Namaste. This is David Frawley. I'm very happy and honored to share with you our book, The Yoga of Herbs, which I co-authored with Dr. Vasant in 1986. It's undergone a new edition after 2000, and it has been published by Lotus Press as one of the many Ayurvedic books that myself and also Dr. Ladd and others have done for Lotus Press. Now, what you need to understand is Yoga of Herbs is the oldest book and the first book published in the West on Ayurvedic herbology. It follows after Dr. Vasant Ladd's Ayurveda, The Science of Self-Healing, and it has been followed by many books of my own and also of Dr. Ladd as well. And it is very useful at several levels. First, it is an Ayurvedic materia medica that explains around 270 herbs and their Ayurvedic usage. So that in itself is very unique. But it's not limited to Indian herbs, although it does explain some very important Indian herbs like ashwagandha that are now being used worldwide. It covers all the common herbs and spices that we have, and many herbs east and west. So it is the Ayurvedic materia medica of herbs that you want to get. It is simple, accessible, and been widely experimented. It's been the basis of Ayurvedic herbal programs and even various companies developing Ayurvedic herbal formulas. And in that regard, we do have many more Ayurvedic herbs available in the world today, but often not under their Indian name, like Bacopa or Brahmi is now widely used. I mentioned ashwagandha. I called it the Indian ginseng, and it's curious to note that since then, that comment has been used by people all over the world. Now, on top of being an Ayurvedic materia medica, it is also a guidebook to Ayurvedic herbal medicine, and it teaches Ayurvedic herbology. As those of you who study herbs note that herbs are generally characterized by their phytochemistry and by their effects on various physiological systems of the body, and also on various organs of the body. The Ayurvedic system has what we call herbal energetics, which is much more complex, organic, and natural. What do I mean? It means that we also look at herbs according to their taste. There are 6 tastes: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent, according to their effects on the 3 doshas: Vata, Pitta, Kapha, biological air, fire, and water humors, 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And also the 3 gunas or spiritual qualities of sattva, calmative, clearing, and rajas, energizing, perhaps disturbing, and tamas, calming, but perhaps dulling, darkening. And so we brought in all the wisdom of the Ayurvedic view of herbs as well, and taught these principles for you. Now, why would we call it then a yoga of herbs? Yoga is about asanas, you say. But actually, Ayurveda is also the yoga of healing, which is very important. And herbs are emissaries of nature's intelligence, nature's wisdom, herbal wisdom, as many herbalists have said, all over the world. Through connecting to herbs, we connect to nature and to the life force, what is called prana in yoga and Ayurveda. So we also explain the pranic effect of herbs and even combinations, because when we put herbs together, they have different effects, or they augment their effects in various ways. That's why we have many herbal formulas overall. And we explain some of these, but we also explain how this way of thinking works. Herbs are used then in a yogic or integral manner, supporting and magnifying their positive healing powers. We also do mention the various types of herbal preparations. And in this regard, Ayurveda has the most complex forms, the most intricate, and also various forms of herbal preparations, not just the raw herbs, but they have their importance. There are also certain herbal jellies like Chyavanprash that are very famous for their more rejuvenative properties. There are also fermented herbs, they call them herbal wines. They're more just ways of extracting the herbal essences. Gugels, which actually Google refers to a certain resinous herb in India in which the herbs are prepared and embedded, and every sort of herbal preparation in terms of pills, powders, and very important tylums or herbs that have been used along with oils, basically in a sesame oil based, for very powerful and important massage oils, also something very unique in Ayurveda, and also taken internally as well. Now, we do discuss the effects of the herbs on the different organs and systems of the body, and their use for countering different diseases, which are more, you might say, short-term or other type imbalances, but we also use herbs for their indications at a constitutional level. What herbs are the best for your dosha, like the cooling effect of Brahmi on Pitta dosha, or the strengthening effect of ashwagandha on the Vata dosha, and most spicy stimulant herbs like the ginger, the cinnamon, even cayenne on the Kapha dosha, herbs that are nutritive or tonics like ashwagandha, shatavari, and herbs that are more dealing with specific issues and removing toxins at various levels. And so this is part of the yoga of herbs. We are all supposed to be yogis. And I have to say, I've learned a tremendous amount from herbs as nature's intelligence. Nature's intelligence is the true guru. I have studied the Indian herbs from the Himalayas to Kanyakumari in the south, and I've also worked with various Ayurvedic companies in India and also in the West. I've studied the Chinese herbalism, and I taught that for some time, Western herbalism. I believe we have worked with a lot of the Western herbalists, notably our friend Michael Tierra, who also has a planetary vision of the herbs overall. So herbs are a great wonder. You can also pick up the local herbs. We have wonderful piñons and junipers growing by us. Actually, these herbs have also been used, particularly the juniper in the Indian, Chinese, and other contexts. So I welcome you to take up the Yoga of Herbs, not only as a book, but as a way of understanding herbs, healing, life, and nature. It's an excellent reference guide to have in your kitchen or in your office. If you are a healer, whatever herbal tradition you're following, this particular book can help you. I again would like to thank Dr. Vasant Ladd for bringing me into this project. We shared many other projects afterwards, and the pioneering work he has done in the West, and the pioneering publishing work that Lotus Press has done in the West relative to Ayurveda and other Vedic studies. So may the wisdom, the consciousness, the prana of herbs be with you. May you imbibe that along with your herbal teas or preparations. May the plants become your friends and your guides. And may the yoga verbs be part of your yoga and your herbalism. So thank you again. Hari Om.